All right. We'll start with Tyler Donahue.
Good afternoon, Tyler. How you doing today?
I'm doing good. How about you?
I'm well, thank you. Brenton's coming off another strong performance on Saturday. He's just about matched his production statistically from last season. Why has it come together so well for him through the first month of this year?
Yeah, I think that just kind of speaks to who he is as a person and a player. You know, he's put in a lot of work. He's been here a while. He's a veteran guy. So I think it's just starting to pay off. He's been working ever since he's been here, and then his time is starting to come right now, and he's taking advantages of the opportunities he gets on the field, and it's been good to see that, and I'm really happy for him.
All right, we'll go with Joe Schmelzer.
Hi, Tyler. What are some things you've seen from Northwestern's defense thus far, and what are some players that have stuck out to you?
Oh yeah, we got a lot of respect for them. They play really hard as a defense as a whole. Their DNs are definitely good players. They have a DN. Their linebackers are physical, and they have some good players in secondary. So it'll be a good challenge, and we'll prepare this week for practice and get ready for this weekend.
We'll go with John Pasnock.
Hey, Tyler, in the tight end room, how much pride do you and Brennan and Theo take as a group in terms of the ability of the team to run the ball and really be part of the blocking scheme with what you guys are doing?
Yeah, I think it's definitely a big part of our room. You know, Coach Franklin always talks about it's not just the O-line, it's the tight ends, and it's really the wide receivers too, because like from a wide receiver perspective, they could be the block that turns it from a 10-yard run to a touchdown run. So, but in the tight end room, we definitely take a lot of pride in it, and I think I mean, it's really just like blocking is a big part of our room, and we take a lot of pride in it. So to see the run game be doing good the first couple of weeks is definitely a confidence booster, and hopefully we can continue to build off of that in our room and on the offensive unit as a whole.
We'll go with Rich Scarcella.
Hey, Tyler, thanks for doing this. Obviously, you have only Big Ten opponents left the rest of the season. Is there a different feel to Big Ten games? And if so, why?
I wouldn't say there's really a different feel. You know, each week it's really we're prepared on that one opponent. And I mean, each week is the most important week, and that's the most important thing we have. So it's really just focusing on ourselves, getting ourselves ready, and then learning what we can from the film and stuff like that, and getting as prepared as we can for the opponent, because it's the most important thing we have that week to do.
Back to Tyler Donahue.
Tyler, you've gotten a chance to play with Drew now in 4 straight games. He's gotten some kind of action out there. How is he a different quarterback going into October than he was at the start of this season? I guess in the way he's able to conduct himself now that he's got these games under his belt and how he approaches practice.
Yeah, I feel like he's definitely just a lot more comfortable. You can kind of just tell the way he carries himself during practices, and then you've seen in the games he's come in, and it's not really been a drop off or anything like that. So it's been really good to see. And I think that makes us feel good as an offense, knowing we have a player like Cliff who's as good as anybody. But then if something does happen, Drew's ready to step in and do his thing. And I think we're confident in that as an offense, and that definitely is a positive to have.
Back to John now.
Tyler, curious to get your thoughts on working with Tai Howe. How has he helped shape your game? And the fact that he's a letterman, does that come into play at all, knowing that he knows what the student athlete experience is like at Penn State?
Yeah, I think that's definitely a big thing. He can relate to us very well. So, I mean, we're doing the same things that he did when he was in college. So it's definitely helpful. And I mean, I think everybody in the room would say the same thing, that we really like playing for him as a coach, and we just like him being in our lives. He's a positive person to be around, and he makes us better as football players and as men off the field. So it's been really good, and I'm excited I get to keep working with him.
Daniel Glenn.
Hey, Tyler. Brenton seems like someone who plays with a bit of an edge out there and how he blocks and just kind of his overall play. You know, do you see that out of him, and how does he set a tone for the room, I guess, from his spot?
Yeah, I think some as a tight end room we like to have is just that certain mentality, like you said, playing with the edge. And I think it starts with your mentality, and Brenton does a good job of that. And I think like me and Theo, if we see him go out and do something on the field, we're like, we'll see it and we'll want to one up it. And then if he sees us do something, he'll want to one up it. So I think it's good. It's good that he plays with an edge because it makes him better and it makes the people in our room better around us.
Joe Schmelzer.
Tyler, so Bo Parsons was just named the developmental squad player of the week for offense. Obviously you're working with the first team, but from what you've been able to see from him in practice, how would you say that he's been progressing as a freshman quarterback?
Yeah, I think Bo, I like him a lot just as a person in general. And I think as a football player, he's a good leader. He's a natural leader. And he's definitely gotten a lot better. He has good command of the huddle when it's his time. And yeah, I mean, I think the more practice reps he can get. I mean, you saw he got the player of the week, so he's doing his thing. He's getting better each week, so that'll be good for him and good for us as a team as the journey continues.
We'll go back to Rich.
Tyler, how would you describe the state of the offense a third of the way through the season? And what would you like to see you guys do better the rest of the way?
Yeah, I mean, I think we're doing what we need to do. There's definitely always room for improvement. You know, we got to be able to run the ball the way we have consistently every week, and we got to be able to play off that in the passing game and really just keep working as a unit. I think we're pretty close as an offense, so really just keep pushing each other, and we like going out there with each other and playing the game of football. So as long as we keep that up and keep being great teammates, I think we'll be good.
We'll go to John.
Hey, Tyler, looking at your bio, it says that you volunteered at youth basketball and football camps and at a local church food drive. If you don't mind me asking, just what is it that inspires you to give back and get involved?
A big part of the youth camps and stuff like that was I went to those when I was a younger kid, and I thought it was really cool just being around. At that time, it was the high school players, which is when I was doing it. So being around the high school players, just around football players that you looked up to as a kid. So that was really a big part of it. Just I know what it did for me and how much fun I had. So I like kind of doing that for the kids because I know it can be really fun and can have an influence on their life, which is positive. So I think it's something fun to do and good to do.
Tyler Donahue.
Tyler, I had a chance to speak with Khalil Dinkins back in the summer, and he talked about coming to campus last year as more of an athlete and entering this season as more of a tight end. Have you seen that? And we've gotten a little bit of action on the field for him, got to the end zone. What does his future look like in your tight end room?
Yeah, Khalil's definitely he keeps getting better each week. You know, he's been here a little over a year now. This is the start of his second year, so he just keeps progressing and getting better. And I think just as he keeps progressing, his role will keep stepping up a little bit, and he can do a little bit of everything at the tight end position. So I think he's got a bright future, and I'm excited to see what he does.
Anybody have anything else for Tyler? All right. Thank you, Tyler. Thank you, everybody, for joining our call.
Thank you.
Thanks, Tyler. Thanks, Julia.